And it sounds like, yes, they want like a monthly Instagram call. So we'll just plan on it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be me and Leslie talking about it. You guys, if you see something that's working for you on Instagram, this is your call too. We're just establishing and running the call, but if you want to get on and be like, yo, I did this and it's working for me, please, we'd all love to hear it, okay? So what we're going to do is kind of review our top tips for Instagram. And I don't really have like a fancy slide or anything like that, because I figured we could screen share right into Instagram and just get into the nitty gritty behind the scenes stuff. So I can, if you guys want me to start, I can. I was just going to go in and show you my entire Instagram process from like top to the bottom. Like, what exactly do I do behind the scenes? So, and then Leslie, I'll kick it over to you, and because nobody's one way of operating Instagram is the right way. We just take what tips work for us, what inspires us, what feels comfortable for us, and we make our own system. So don't feel like you have to use my system or Leslie's, but you have to create some sort of system for yourself. What you're doing every day when you're popping on Instagram. All right, so if you guys are okay with it, I'll just go ahead and screen share into my Instagram. 1 second. Okay. There we go. You guys all see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to start with appearance. Then I'm going to start with growing your following. So I'll start with posts. Then I'm going to work my way into growing your following, and then what to do with those followers once they start coming your way. And then how do I create business and generate business from my Instagram? So I will say, so I proudly, and I'm excited to say that I added 22 working coaches to my business in April. They were all committed business building coaches. And I'm proud to say that all of them came from my Instagram stories and the exact system I'm about to show you today. And it takes time and consistency. Nothing you do here works overnight. It's going to take a few weeks, sometimes months of posting consistently. And kind of also, if you're a new coach, your vibe is also changing too, right? You're working out. You're starting to do personal development. You're turning into a new man or woman. And so people need to adjust to this new you. So it might take a few months of you being the new happy, positive you. Because I know before coaching, I was negative. I was not my best self at all. And so that shows in your social media. So let's talk about image. What I've learned with Instagram is that, and that's where I am right now with Instagram. Again, it changes. But in my feed, I try to keep my best posts of the day on my feed. So I try to do photos that are about the top 5 things that make me who I am and who my niche market is. So I'm a mom. I've adopted. I have animals. I love tattoos, and I love fitness. So those are my 5 big things, and that's what I post about. And then the people that follow me are also into those things because I'm hashtagging. So, and guys, I'm not the best hashtagger in the world. I skip it all the time, so I have to remind myself. But hashtags do matter. I know some people say use 30, some people say use 10. I do an in between of like 10 to 15 hashtags, and they do apply to the topic that I am doing. One thing about appearance, I always suggest to never put your Beachbody link into your website link. Nobody, no offense, ain't nobody going to that link and buying from you if they don't know who you are. That's just not going to happen. Or if you've ever not had a conversation with that person, it's not going to do anything. Putting that link there only kind of turns people off because it looks like I want you to come to this page and buy stuff from me without developing a relationship. It's not going to happen. So I'll talk to you guys in just a few minutes about what kind of links I put in there. But so as far as image is concerned, I use shorter text and I use the best photo of my day. And then I also use the same filter for almost every picture. So for me, I like to use, you can go to Etsy and you can actually buy filters. They're called presets. You can buy them. I believe Pinterest, you can find them. Etsy, you can find them. But I downloaded the app on my phone called Lightroom. And with Lightroom, you can upload your new preset that you just purchased from either, a website or Etsy or whatever. And then that preset is on your phone. And so you've got to find a preset that kind of matches who you are, your vibe. And it might take you a few months to find the preset that really works best for you. So you see this chunk looks different than this chunk because I'm still kind of working through my presets, trying to figure out which ones I like best. So I haven't even gotten there yet as far as my presets are concerned. But you also want your photos to be good lighting, good context, good angles. I was having a few calls this week with people about their photos and their text. And I said, hey, if you are out of ideas, take your phone, put the back of your phone against the window and take a selfie. It will be bright, be well lit, and it'll be the best lighting for you. And then just use the filter on Instagram to clean up the picture or whatever, add some coloration, add some pop. If you're brand new, use the Instagram filters for now. Get used to those, play with the exposure, the lighting. Okay, Leslie, go ahead.
I was going to say like pick one, right? Like try a couple different photos and like pick one filter.
Yeah.
Like use that for like maybe like 9 photos and see what you think. I feel like it's really hard to know like if you like that vibe, if you're like constantly switching it.
Yeah.
And I used to switch mine, like pick the filter that made the photo look the best. And then someone once told me, they were like, it doesn't matter. Like you just use the same filter on every photo for a cohesive look, whether it makes your photo look the best or not. And it's like the moment I started doing that, my feed started looking like way more like it actually went together.
I have a great example of somebody who uses the same filter and it looks amazing. Brie Holland. For most of it, she is using the same filter. It's cohesive looking. And does each filter make the picture better? Maybe, maybe not. But it looks good.
Right. Altogether, it looks good. And I think like scrolling through the news feed, that's not like what pops out. But if you go over to someone's page, people are so visual. They're like, ooh, I like that. Follow.
Yeah, exactly. It's visual.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have questions about anything that we're saying, please feel free to hop on and ask. Oops, I don't want fit dad. That would be Eric. Okay. Again, I'm just using my page as an example. So yeah, that's kind of, you can get away with a lot when you're using the same filter on everything. It really does look good. So, so everybody that comments, likes, or tags in my post, they all get an invite to my boot camp, my virtual boot camp, my challenge group. And the invite goes like this. Hey, I saw that you liked, commented, or followed this, my post. And I realized we've never worked together in one of my boot camps. Would you be interested, or do you mind if I go ahead and quickly send you some details? I'm not asking you to join or sign up, but I'd love to share with you what I offer to my clients. I never really I either get ghosted or I get sure. I don't get a lot of like, no. No, I get no thank you every once in a while, but if they're commenting, and this is why making your posts engaging is very important. If they're commenting, if they're sharing, if they're tagging, they trust you a little bit enough to have done that on your post, or they have a little bit of idea of who you are, what you're about, if they've been doing that on your post, unless they're from Bangladesh or Pakistan and they are not looking right, like sketchy, then that's one thing. Don't invite them. Okay, so anything you want to add, Leslie, in regards to like feed?
The only thing that someone just brought up was there was a recent article about how everyone's over like these totally beautiful pre-planned Instagram things. And here's my thing. I've always shared my own photos, my own life, my own selfies. At the end of the day, like I feel like that's what makes me me. I don't typically just share a like a picture of tulips like from one of like the sites where you can just get like beautiful curated photos. I don't ever share anything like that because that just never like really felt very authentic to me. And I know that was really big for a while. Like beautiful stacks of books with roses and people were buying them. And I was just like, I want to take that picture of my house. It's not going on my feed. And I think that's more it. Like share your life, what you're about. And no, does it have to be the most perfect photo? No, half the time, like I have a dog in the background or laundry or whatever. But I think still, regardless, like photos that have, good lighting, and a good caption that speaks from your heart are what's going to connect with your followers.
Just be you.
Yeah. Now you're on my page.
Just be the things that other people can sort of connect.
Yes. Yeah. Figure out what you are about. Like Anita mentioned, like the 5 things she's about. Like figure out what fits you and really go after those. And I would just tell you to I feel like I can take a better picture, have better lighting, whatever. I really always stayed away from those like more curated photos and I'm talking about like the things that like people were buying. Like it looked like a Pinterest photo. It wasn't taken at my house. Yeah. And putting that on their feed. Like I feel like that's some of the stuff that's, moving to the wayside.
Okay, so let's talk about posting to your stories. So for me, my stories are my live diary. It's my live journal to my vital behaviors. So the vital behaviors are what Beachbody coaches do, right? We invite, but we also work out. We drink our Shakeology, we drink our pre and post workout, and we drink our crack juice or our mama go-go juice, Energize, and we just share that. And every single day, I just go through the motion of those things that I'm doing, and I just share it on my stories. So my stories are not filtered. They're not fancy. They're more behind the scenes, more gritty looking, more real, more like in that moment, in the action of my life. And the key to this is to be genuine, to be you, to really, when you're on your stories, to try to think of your audience as your friend so that when you are speaking to them, you're able to really connect with people. This is where that relationship is being built. It's harder to build a relationship with one post a day on your feed. It's easier to build a relationship in your Instagram stories because you can stop and just do a quick little video of you talking or a video of your workout. It's amazing. And I wish we had this when I was a brand new coach. We just had to use Facebook and Instagram posts. And so our posts were a lot more elaborate and longer, but now we've got Instagram stories where we can just be like a reality television show, basically. So with my stories, consistency is key, just like with everything else, right? But we forget to sometimes post or to document things on our stories, and people are watching. And I've actually had people reach out to me and say, hey, I just noticed that you haven't posted on your Instagram stories in the last 24 hours. Are you okay? I've been waiting for your workout video. I'm like, you care about my workout video? And then I realized these people that are following me are looking forward to it because it kind of motivates them. It's like, oh, I better go watch Anita. She's getting up her butt out of bed and working out. I'm going to do it too, you know? So when I get on my stories, it's not fancy. I'm not using crazy apps or, you know, I am getting on there and just being me. Just like, hey guys, I'm going to stay up till 3 a.m. tonight because I'm going to Taiwan this weekend. Like, I'm just talking to my friends. Like, it's just fun. And then it's very simple to, let's dive into my story and I'll like fly through it real quick. But I'll show you some examples of calls to action that you can use. But really, you want to be consistently talking about those vital behaviors that we do. So workouts, our products that we're using, shouting out people in your challenge groups or shouting out people on your team that are doing well. I do calls to action.
So I am
just me talking
on this just because my
okay, so every morning I do the morning wisdom. I try to do it very consistently.
Good morning, happy Wednesday.
I try to do it every day, and people have already started to say to me, looking forward to your morning wisdom.
Good morning, happy Wednesday.
So this is like a thing people know that I'm going to do every day. So they kind of are waiting for it. So anytime you could do something very consistent in your stories like that and like do it like a setup for it.
My wisdom for today,
stories.
When I was about to have that, personally, yes, you keep just first.
Okay.
All right, guys, time to get in my sweat vest. Just got in place after reading such a
So my workout, and all I do, guys, is I set my phone up against my water cup or my computer, or I sometimes use this little tripod I got from Amazon. But I record someone asked me this today, how do you get your videos up there? I pre-record the video onto my phone and then I edit it down so you don't see me pressing play or start. I edit the video down. Yes. And then I just kind of put something inspiring.
Come on, guys, energy up high. This is your class. You
I love Turbo Fire so much.
Speed back, let's go. Turn. You look amazing.
So I'm just showing myself having fun. That's a really bad face that I'm making. But it's all about having fun and showing your coaching lifestyle. We're a culture. We're a lifestyle. We're not just in a business. This is a way of life, right? When you joined as a coach, you joined a culture. So it's important to really show that culture. So here I am using Recover. Nothing fancy. It's just me drinking my Recover. But people asked me all day today, what's in your Recover shake? And then boom, I'm like, oh, well, how funny that you asked. I actually run these boot camps and these challenge groups. Would you like details about how, you can get this Recover shake as well as my workouts at a great discount? Boom. So using the products, very important because it's a good segue into, oh my God, I forgot about this one, into inviting. And then after I'm done with all my vital behavior stuff, so I show my personal development, I shout out other people, then I start showing family stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So just nothing fancy, just family stuff going
on.
All
right, guys, so
my trip update.
And then on
I do some printouts on it so everyone can see it.
So I'm showing everything. And so you want to be talking about those positive things that are involved in your new lifestyle as a coach. Also, if you're trying to build a coaching business, if you're trying to build your virtual boot camps, you attract what you talk about. So if you're promoting a boot camp this week or a challenge group, you need to be talking about our products and our workouts and your challenge group. It needs to be talked about like it's the hottest SHIT since sliced bread. It's got to be all that in a bag of Frito-Lays. And you got to really make sure people know how amazing it is. So talking about that is important. Also talking about the coaching opportunity. not just money. In fact, I don't really do that as much as I used to. Now I mostly talk about the relationships that I'm building, the friendships, the work relationships, and the lifestyle and the freedom. You don't have to say, oh, I made this much money. It can just simply be, I woke up today and did a Zoom workout with 5 other people on my team, and they hold me accountable. And I absolutely love that I get to be a part of a culture of women who are growing. So simple. And I talk about coaching all the time on my stories, so that when I do a call to action for a sneak peek, I've teed people up because they've been watching all week about the coaching opportunity. Is there anything you want to add, Leslie, to stories? Talking about stories?
I actually just did one last night. If anyone wants to see an example, a lot of times I will take a post that I did on coaching, and I will literally walk it out in my stories. I will break that story up, that post up, and put it with pictures, and literally like just take people through with photos. And I have found it's great. I love talking, but like 60% of Instagram watches their stories on mute. So I've definitely gotten in the habit of talking about coaching in my stories, where I'm literally taking them through my journey. I'm giving them something to look at, like a picture that corresponds, but I'm putting the text with that photo so they can literally like go through and read, and then talk about, and then like click a pull or swipe up to fill out an application.
We're going to watch.
Oh God.
I love that. Hey. So right there, right away, it's like, here's my office. Here's my hot body. For my fitness into business. It's like, it's perfect. When did you get these photos done? They look amazing.
Last summer. And yeah, I mean, I just had a friend. I mean, I did not pay that much. She was local, looking to build up her portfolio. And she came over and did pictures with me one afternoon. But yeah, I just break up those paragraphs and literally make that post into several stories. And that's it. So, and I've actually, like Anita, I get the most interest from stories.
Yep.
And have fun. Like, I'm totally like,
I love that.
I'm silly. I like to laugh. The things I talk about in my stories are kind of crazy.
I love it. So right here, you've got a call to action at the end. Like, okay, I want info. I'm ready.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, same as you, like walk out my morning PD, my workout, like all my things go right in my stories, make my bed every day.
I'm always looking forward to your bed made posts, because I'm like, oh, God, I gotta go make my bed.
I know, it's like my first thing done in the day. But yeah, it's one of those things where like people really get accustomed to like my routine. And it's funny because now when I have coaches sign up, they enroll, and they're literally, they start doing the same things, you know, reading their books, they're doing their workout, making their energize, because we set, you know, that we set the expectation by doing it every day. So.
Lead by example.
I'm gonna have like music now.
So cute.
Mostly my dog.
Guys, make sure you're following us on Instagram, because I mean, obviously this change, the stories only stay up for 24 hours. So you'll want to see, just not copy, but to get just get some inspiration, right?
First workout of May, you guys.
Boom.
Do the same things like every day. You only need to like watch once. I'm trying to learn how to do handstands, all sorts of fun stuff. So
Hey. Work party. Love it.
Yeah, and just shouting out some of my coaches I'm working with. So yeah, kind of fun how you can, I mean, I always feel like the health and fitness are such easy things to talk about in your stories because it's so visual. Sometimes I feel like chatting more about the business for some people seems a little harder. Like they're like, how do I share about that? And I've just found that sort of like breadcrumbing that through stories seems much more relatable.
Yeah. So everybody that watches, follows, participates in a poll, does a swipe up, they all get an invite. My invite's really simple. Hey, I saw that you were following my stories and I realized we've never really worked together and I just wanted to share with you what I do for my clients. Can I send you details? And they're like, sure. 9 times out of 10, they're like, not interested. But like I said, I went back to the 22 people that joined last month and it was like that. I always started with a connection and then I went into a follow-up and then it went into being ghosted and then they came back around after watching my stories for a while. So yeah, that's sort of my system. Guys, I don't invite 5 people a day in my system. I invite about 65 to 70 people a day. That is because, I mean, everybody has their own amount of time that they do this. That's just what I have set my goal to. My goal is SC50 every single month. So I try to invite a lot of people. So the more SC points you want, the faster you want your business to grow, the more people you invite. Okay? And it's a lot of work. It does take dedication and commitment, but I am inviting everybody I can who follows my page. So that leads us into the final part of what I want to share, and that's how to grow your following. So yeah, you've got the posts, you've got the great Instagram stories, you're having fun, you know, we call it the glamour coaching. That you got the glamour coaching part right? You look good. But how about business? Are you making money? So you got to bring in people like Target, like Walmart. They bring in customers to the door. This is your door. This is your, your shop. Now you got to bring the people in. You're selling the you brand. It's all about you. It's not about our products. People want to work with you. If somebody reached out to me and said, hey, I want you to buy this CBD oil from me, I'm like, no. But if it's somebody I really like and I've been watching on Instagram, I'm like, sure, yeah, sign me up. If it's helping you, I guess it can help me too. So you got to build those relationships, but it's a numbers game, guys. You cannot rely on 200 followers. Obviously, Leslie has 22.6 thousand followers. That's really good and amazing, but it takes time to get there. Leslie didn't do that overnight. She has been very committed, and I know that we've kind of done the same thing for growing our Instagram, and we've talked about it a few times. But the easiest way to kind of title it is the 531 method, or 411, or doing a certain amount of likes, 1 or 2 comments, and a follow, and just doing that through certain hashtags that mean things to you. So, for example, I'm an adopting mom. Adoption's a passion of mine after going through the process. So I like to go search hashtag adoption awareness or hashtag adoption success stories. And I will go and 411, 531, whatever you want to call it, and connect with those people by following, commenting, just engaging on their page. And when they follow me back, they always get an invite. I always like to open that door and start the conversation, even if they're going to ghost me, which they typically do. But I like to just establish that touch, that first touch. But that's kind of my engine, guys. It's getting people into the door as much as possible and making sure that they are quality, because it doesn't matter how many, it matters who. So you want to get the right people. You want to get the right quality. I have 71,000 followers. I will tell you, I'll be honest, not all of them are quality followers. I went through a phase where I was trying to figure Instagram out and I ended up buying a bunch of followers, and it tanked my engagement. My engagement went way down. So I'm still working on building that back up. Best way, guys, is the organic way. Digging deep into hashtags. You're going to make good connections. Leslie, can you talk more about location tagging and doing the locations?
Yeah, I do locations a bit in my stories, just because I'm really big on finding like other local women and moms. So they have a little location button you can click on, and I'll tag various places around town in my stories. But I will say I go find people that I feel like I would connect with locally. So I'm always, and I just keep like a little list to like jog my memory, because sometimes when you go to add, you're like brain dead. So I will look like things I'm into. So local boutiques, maybe like a small activewear brand. I've been known to go to like Pottery Barn and like check out their followers or people commenting on their stuff. So anything local restaurants my husband and I like and go to visit, things like that. I will go to people tagging themselves at those locations. Even heck, we had a new Orange Theory gym open not that far from me, and I went and I went to their Instagram page. I didn't go to the gym, and they have 1,200 followers, and so I was like, "Ooh, okay." Like, who in here can I add? Because they're all local to me following this new Orange Theory gym. So I literally just go down and, if I can see their profile, I like a couple photos and I follow them. Because I know if they follow me back, they're going to get a connection message. And I just kind of go through like that. Maybe 10 or 15 minutes once a day, I go through and add on top of, like, if you're using Captivate or you have a service that's helping you grow your Instagram, I do that on top of what they're doing, just because I'm always looking for like who fits my niche.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to also point out, Leslie, what Leslie does really well is the before and after photos. They're sprinkled in very strategically.
Yep, they're pretty much every other line.
Yeah, it's kind of perfect. I love it. Did you do that?
Well, and I really feel like you should never have to do more than like one scroll to find a before and after. Like, hello, that's what we do.
That's awesome.
And whether you're using your before and after to talk about your next boot camp or just your transformation, how it's changed your life, or to talk about the business. Like I had on that slide, I turned my fitness into a business. Like, I feel like your before and afters are so versatile in talking about what we do.
I love it. I was like, dang, and they're like perfectly placed in the middle, every other line. That's awesome. And holy smokes, that bathing suit's amazing. Also, another thing I've noticed about Leslie is that it's like the same 5 things: fashion,
Yep.
fitness, before and after, team, fashion, fitness, before and after, team, fashion, fitness, before and after, team, family. So there's it's
Yep.
not too complicated, right?
It's not. It's like the same things over and over. I have like a house photo or a travel photo opposite of my before and afters, just sprinkle in like family fitness. Nothing too crazy or complicated. I'm like, will never be a travel blogger. I will never be a fashion blogger. Like, I can follow those until I'm blue in the face, but that is just never going to be what I am. Yeah. So, like, you just kind of have to find what works for you and go all in on it.
I just love how, my page is the same way too. We're just basic, but we're good at celebrating these basic things. Yeah. So
someone asked about services. I don't know, Anita, are you still using a service?
So again, with the services, they either suck or they don't. Most of them suck. I have gone through a lot of different services. Normally what happens when I do a service, though, is they'll kick butt at building my followers, but I'll watch my engagement
drop.
Because if you're growing really, really fast and you're not engaging with those people, Instagram's like, they want you engaging.
Yeah, for sure. And if you need an option that's not too expensive, I think a lot of people are still using Captivate without any issues.
Yeah, Captivate's good. Jumper Media, I feel like was slow enough and high quality enough that it didn't really tank my engagement. My social ninja, I'm on the fence right now. I am growing really fast. I went from 66,000 followers to 71,000 in the last 3 months. My engagement has plummeted, and I don't know if it's from that or something else. So I'm watching, and I say proceed with caution if you're going down that road. Watch your engagement. See if there's a correlation. Nothing.
I'm using Jumper, and I'm still with them. And things seemed really like so bad. Oh my God, the world is ending for a few weeks. And then I realized I was shadow banned, which I can talk about for a second. And now things seem to be picking up and getting better.
What's shadow banned?
So shadow banning is where you're hashtagging your photos or stories. I found it applies to both. And you're not appearing in those hashtags at all. And so you can be, I mean, according to Instagram, shadow banning isn't a thing, but I was not showing up anywhere, like in any hashtags, even like random tiny little hashtags for 2 weeks, almost to the day, to the hour. So I kind of like tried to figure out what to do if you're shadow banned. And I went back on like the last 15 to 21 photos and deleted all hashtags I'd ever used. I honestly think over spring break, I used a lot of the same hashtags repetitively. And that can be like a signal that like a spam or a bot. And so I think maybe that's what did it. I don't really know. But almost 2 weeks to the day and the hour after realizing I was shadow banned and then removing a bunch of hashtags from my account, I noticed I now reappear in hashtags just as of Monday night. So, and I mean, I even tried it, like I'll do sometimes like on a workout picture, I would tag like hashtag Nike, or on a meal, like hashtag intermittent fasting. And if you can see that hashtag in your story, typically you'll notice if you look at your insights on your stories, like sometimes you'll have an additional like 100 views, 200 views, 500 views because of that hashtag and it appearing in that story. In that hashtag story. And I wasn't getting any of that for 2 weeks. And none of it was appearing. Like tonight I tagged my post with something and I actually showed up in the hashtag. So I'm really trying to cut down on the ones that I use. And the biggest thing I've read is make sure your hashtags pertain to what your photo is about. Don't consistently just reuse the same 5, 10, 15 hashtags. And was there anything else? And I don't think it matters whether they're in the text of your post or they're in a comment. If they're in a comment and you feel like you're being shadow banned, you can go through and just delete the comments. Yeah.
All right, so we probably should wrap up pretty soon. So I just want to go to the last part. So you want a landing page at some capacity in your bio. This is, to me, the perfect way to do it. Simple, it's not complicated. Join my team, join my boot camp. Oh yeah, read more about me. Not crazy, not hard to navigate. Perfect. They always
it's free.
And it's free. So something I do that's been working really well for me lately has been sneak peeks. I do a sneak peek a week. You don't have to do that, but that's just what I do. And I'm very adamant on hosting my own sneak peek because I want to be in the videos because I'm building the relationship and people are signing up with me. So I try to do it. If you are a newer coach, have no fear. Ask your sponsor to host one with you. Do it together. Okay? So I will link my sneak peek or not sneak peek, but I'll link my sneak peek for that week into my bio. So this is one that I did this last week. A lot of you are asking about it, like how is it going? It's going amazing. My inbox is flooded. So I'm just working through signing up all the people that were in here. I'm either following up or I am inviting them all. So how I got people to this page was every single post from Friday to Monday morning had a tag in it that said, at the Coach Life Peak, learn how I earn an income from home doing what I love. Every post had it. And I was talking about it all weekend. So I do my vital behaviors all week. I live the product all week. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's when I do my calls to action and promoting for my sneak peeks. So I do it in my stories. I do it in the link in the bio. And you guys all go request to follow this so that you can see how I did it. You can also do it on a Facebook group page. So I know a lot of you guys are doing that too. The reason I did this is because people on Instagram a lot of them don't want to go to Facebook. They don't want to have to sign in or sign out of Instagram and sign into Facebook. They just want a quick, easy place to pop over and get information. So what I did was I IGTV'd videos about coaching. How do coaches earn money? What do coaches do? How to enroll? And then I ran this with my coach Ashley, so we both came on and said a little bit about ourselves, and I talked income. And this one's it may seem complicated. I stole this video from YouTube. I played it off my phone and recorded it on my phone.
We just support them on their journey.
And it just went into IGTV, and you can share a preview. Yeah, go follow it. It's just a way to do it on Instagram, but you can do it on Facebook. But the videos, you guys are welcome to go watch my videos, write down what I said, and go copy it. This is about duplication, so this is easy as possible. So go follow. I made it request to follow because I want to start a conversation with every single person that follows it. So I'll message them and say, thanks for following my sneak peek. Why are you interested in coaching? How'd you find out about this page? And what's your background with Beachbody? Those are the things I ask. And so I get that conversation going in the background while they're watching the videos. So that's just one way to do it. There's all kinds of ways. Leslie, are you inviting to something every week, boot camp or a sneak peek? What are you doing?
I am always inviting to my boot camp, and I usually talk about coaching, like I said, in my stories, and I do a swipe up option to an application that actually has an embedded third-party tool video in it about what we do as coaches. And then I kind of roll from there with that. I also reach out and invite right from my Instagram to coaching.
Y'all, if you are not inviting, you are not growing your business. It's so important. The people that came into this group, not only did some get in there from a call to action, like a swipe up or click the link, at the Coach Life Peak. I also invited 100 people this weekend behind the scenes. I invited everyone that was watching my stories. I said, hey, saw that you were watching my stories. I never really talked to you about what I do, but I'm hosting this, and I'd love to share with you details about how I work from home. That's very non-threatening, and most people are like, sure, I'll click follow. No sweat off of their back, and I got people to, watch my stuff. But you got to invite. I know Megan and I hosted a few of these. We did it through Facebook the last few times, and she and I would just invite everybody we could all weekend. Because the reason I do weekends is because I personally don't like doing coach calls, like one-on-one mentorship calls on the weekends. I like to keep it family. And at night, it's super easy for me to go and shoot out 10, 15 invites or 30 invites from my phone while chilling on the couch or in my bed after the kids are in bed. It's something easy for me to do on the side without sacrificing too much time for my family. There's probably a lot of questions.
I think we've gotten a lot of them as we've gone. A couple people have asked about Instagram collaborations or how to do a giveaway with some of the bigger featured accounts. I don't know. I don't do a ton of that because I don't really want it to mess with what I'm about and what I'm promoting. So it would so have to be in my niche.
Yeah. I'm part of a mommy bloggers group where we all throw in like $30. We're all from different businesses and stuff. And so it's like a Disney gift package or a Starbucks mommy on the go package. Like I've done a few of those, and I think that's because it's really my niche. If it was like, I don't know, muscle gain formula 2.0 from GNC, I'm not posting a giveaway for that because that's not my niche. Okay, so where did you get the application to sign up as a coach on your site?
I made it in Google Drive. It's a form, and I'm happy to share it with you if you want to see it. I wonder if I can just share it right here.
Dotform.com and woofu.com are free too. They're good ones to check out as well.
Oops. Yeah, super simple. You're welcome if it'll let you to make a copy of this. And use it. Okay, there you go. That's the long link. I didn't grab the short one. But yeah, I put that on my link tree, and if someone's interested, it walks them through that. Definitely took a few leads from Keith Callahan here, if you guys know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, did we cover it all, at least for tonight?
I think
I feel like we're gonna
sharing into Beth's screen. I think we accidentally went into the wrong. Beth, you might want to stop sharing. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm like, I don't know what you don't want us to see on your computer, but now is probably the best time to unshare. All right, guys.
Rachel asked quick about Instagram stories having 4 15-second spots. Is that the max? I don't know that I've ever recorded more than 4 15 seconds.
I've done it.
You know what I mean? Like if I put it on hands-free and it keeps going, but still I typically like save them all off and like edit them down. Like I try and never do more than 3 screens of me talking without something in the middle of it, because I feel like when you do, people just are like, okay, next.
Yeah, I get a lot of that.
And I mean, if you're just talking for more than 3 screens, it better be damn funny, or I'm not watching.
Eric's like, you talk way too much.
Short attention span.
Some people like it. Most people, when you can go and look at who's skipping, I get skipped a lot. So I'm like, maybe I should back up. On to the next person.
Like, insert a photo of your dog. Insert like a funny boomerang. Like, yeah. I always feel like you can break it up. Or if I'm like talking about something, I'll make like that 4th picture like a funny meme that like pertains to what I'm talking about, right? It's like a little moment of like brevity, and then like you can go back to whatever you're talking about. But I feel like if you don't, like people just swipe and go to the next set.
Yep. All right, guys.
All right,
ladies. We need like 10 of these.
Have a good night.
I'll have the recording up soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.